kids is.
I mean, as far as where they've been living.
That don't mean nothing. It's whoever got possession of the children.
Texas, or are you saying that's for period?
That's period. Whoever has possession.
Okay, bro. I don't see you.
She just does. Because she feels like she just wants to. That's like it's no reason. She just wants to, and she feels like
if you told me, let me take the kids.
She don't. It's just a trust factor. Like she think like you young living your life. And,
she young living her life. She ain't. I'm not saying Nini's a bad mom, but I don't know where her dude.
Hey. What's up, family? Again, we're here. Best live ever. Come on, baby, bro.
And bam! How's it going, family? How's it going? Once again, this is Xerox Twins going live for the bereaved, sick, and shut in. Bruh, we always got something going on. What do we have going on today?
Man, listen, again, we're here, the best live ever. We already told y'all, man. We're going to bring on the best.
Bring on the best, man.
You know what I'm saying? The best of the best, man. First of all, giving honor to my beloved daughter, Tonisha Danae Harris. Of course, I'm Antonio Dean Harris. Tone Capone, as she was. Karma Capone, much love and respect to my beloved daughter. Lost her life to domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? Domestic violence. Know and understand that it's a deadly situation. See your way out of it. Again, family, hey man, we're here. The best live ever. What we love, we laugh, and we learn
how to live our best life.
Man, together, man. But again, Twin and I, we do this, man. We bring on the resources. We bring on the businesses. Man. We bring on the philosophers.
Man, that's what I like, the philosophers.
What are they, man?
Lovers of words.
Lovers of word, man.
A lot of people like to talk, man. It's, you know, bro, I think it's two different ways you can illustrate your craft or what you got in your mind.
Okay.
One of them is that you speak it out, and the other one is that you hand it out.
Okay, then. Right.
Y'all don't get my jokes.
We don't. My joke. But again, family, we're here tonight, and we're going to be talking and speaking with, man, the guy. I laugh about his opinions all the time.
Right.
But it's what the reason I laugh is because it's usually true. It's almost, you know, jokes, bro. If there's no truth in jokes,
then yeah,
it won't be funny.
Understand them.
It won't be funny.
Yeah, they wouldn't understand.
And so this guy here, man, I mean, I watch his lives periodically and what have you. Not only that, he's a good guy that we know personally, good people and what have you.
Man.
But without further ado, big ups to our loving engineer, you know what I'm saying? The man that bring us to the forefront, that you guys see us in such a fashion of a quality sound and what have you. Dear Sounds, Mr. Derek Simmons, much love and respect.
Well, been hanging in there with us, haven't you?
Man, listen here, our guest, man, bring in our guest, D. And of course,
there you go.
I don't know if you don't know, but we don't introduce, man. Why, bro?
We don't introduce them because we know them. They know themselves better than we know them. But
we don't get to know you.
We don't get to know them.
Man, tell us who you are and why you're here.
I am Diddy Simpson.
Diddy Simpson.
Diddy.
Dennis Diddy Simpson.
Diddy. Where we get that from? Diddy, man. Is that your name? Where we get that from?
That's a childhood name, yeah. That was before Puff Daddy was Puff Daddy. It was
wow.
And it means short song. It was one of the my little sister is the one who gave me that name. When she was
wow. It means short song?
Yeah, it means short song, like singular Diddy.
Wow, ain't that something? Fantastic, man.
I did it.
Do I did it, man. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Fantastic. Again, Diddy, man, what we do, man, we do the best live ever, man. What we
On
bring
Wednesday,
on, yeah,
8-ish.
yeah, man, what we bring on of the best, man.
Right.
We believe in putting the best with the best and making great things happen, man.
Man.
Tell us a little bit about you, man. I know you a barber. I've seen you and talked to you and seen you where you was saying that you do even some of the stars or what they consider stars or whatever. You done traveled, cutting hair and what have you. Tell us a little bit about your background, how you get into cutting hair, and a little bit about your childhood, man. Did it?
Well, I'm still a barber. I never stopped being a barber. I've been that since '98. So, but yeah, I done did the radio show thing. Of course, you guys know about the podcast. Right now, my newest adventure is working on LED screens for big arenas, stuff like that. So, doing maintenance and building them, setting them up, and then programming them so these corporations can now have. That's my newest adventure right there. I'm still cutting hair though. I got the new logo for the new stuff.
Oh, the logo? You see the logo?
Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
Oh no, man! This is what we're about, man. We're about highlighting, man. We're about highlighting, making sure that people being seen and known, man. You got a business. We're here to keep you in business. And for those of you who are watching that know somebody or you need to be on this show, make sure that you inbox us and let us know.
We always send an invitation.
Yeah, to an invitation. That's it, man. Again, Diddy, man, you cut hair. Tell me, how did you transfer into this business? Have you always dealt with the technical aspects of using your hands?
Using my hands with technology. Just that the barber business slowed down a little bit during COVID. So I picked up a trade, which was a little job I was working with. It's a union that they have, and I was working a job with them. Got into LED screens doing that. And then I got into the building of it. I started working for a company called E360. Took a 6-month contract with them and traveled all over the United States. I was in some.
Wow, awesome.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Wow, fantastic, man. Listen, man. Tell us a little bit about Lil Diddy, man. What was your aspiration as a child, Diddy, man?
Shit, didn't want to be broke. Shit, I was poor. I ain't want to be poor no more. I had to.
Yeah, where you from? Where you from, Diddy?
I'm originally from Gary, Indiana.
Oh,
just
Gary, Indiana.
Now we understand.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where, Michael Jackson from the Jackson.
Right.
Yeah, we met several people from there.
Right, from Gary, man. And you know, man, I'm gonna tell you the truth. To me, Gary sounds like a big ghetto for some reason. I know. Yeah, we've been there. I've seen where they closed down schools and what have you.
It is.
And man, tell us a little bit about the upbringing. How old were you when you left there?
I left there probably about 22. I was about 22 years old when I left.
What?
And
Wow.
I just got on that Greyhound bus and I came to Dallas. Arlington, actually stayed with my auntie for a while. I probably had $130 in my pocket. Came up here, stayed with her, and shit, made it happen from there.
Made it happen from there. Man, ain't that something? Yeah, I thought you left a little earlier than that, but man, ain't that so? That means that you got real ground roots, man, and you can make it. Hey, man, you can make it in the desert, can you?
Hey, no matter. Hey, I find the water. I tell you that. I'm selling it off the well. Once I build a well, I'm gonna sell it.
Right. Man, Diddy, before we get into these relationships, man, you are also part of the swing out community. Man, tell us a little bit about how you get into that and how long you been in
it. I've been dancing since 2005, I think. With Jerry Palmer, he was over at Stone Trail back in the day. And I would visit everybody. I would hit Ice. I would hit Club Ice, if y'all remember that. What's on the south end? It was Fat Cats on the south end, and I would be in the north. That I would just drive around. I was at the lodges. I was at the I was everywhere. I wanted to dance,
Most
and I
of the
wanted to be
days,
different.
man.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's what dancing do to you, did it, man. I again, that's what Twin and I, man, we love to dance and what have you, and love the fact that we're part of a community, man, and sharing the floor with you as well.
Oh
And
yeah, for sure. But
yeah,
you know what? I want to commend you guys though, because y'all never care. Y'all dance your asses off no matter where you're at, what you doing. And now that I get a good look at y'all, boy, y'all Native Americans, man. Y'all face, y'all full Indian, man. Y'all are Native Americans, man. Y'all,
Ah, man.
y'all are the history. Y'all
we
are
are
the
the
history.
history, huh?
Yeah, man. Y'all are legends in Fort Worth. Yeah. Everybody
Yeah.
know the Xerox twins, man. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, did it?
For me to be over here.
You know, it's really just about being good people, man. A lot of times we approached and said, man, y'all look like my uncle, or y'all look like my grandfather, and what have you.
Right.
But we, like Twin said, we are all those people, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
So, yeah, our objective is to bring balance to life.
Mhm.
You follow me? And you know, people see the balance. And now I won't say balance is 50-50. We might talk about that during the relationship thing, because balance can be 51-49. You follow what I'm saying?
Sometimes you gotta hold the other one up.
Exactly.
That's what that is.
Right.
So that, I think that's what it is. We're just a personification of balance that people see, and that's more or less why they look at us a different way.
Right.
They kind of view us a little bit different because of the balance, as if we got it all together. You follow me? As long as we're together, they think we got it all together.
Nah, that's true. I can't help but to say, yeah. When one of y'all got locked up that time, I was like, he getting his brother out of there. He getting his brother. Whatever it takes, he coming home.
Right. Yeah, we made out good with that situation, did it. But again, man, it's still an uphill battle, man, trying to deal with these laws, policies, and statutes and what have you. Learning them. And yeah. But Diddy, I know that you had some problems with as well, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I fought. Them hoes over there. I ain't gonna. Do I gotta hold my tongue on this?
No.
Okay, because them hoes over there at Duncanville, they was on some BS. That they pulled me over. Now I smoke weed, but they had me listed like I was a big time drug dealer. Had me down there for distribution and something else, and took my car, took my money, took my guns. And I'm a business owner. I get in front of the judge look over the case. They had my bond set at $120,000. I said, Judge, I ain't been in no trouble. I don't hide no case. I don't hide no record, none of that. I ain't been in no damn case. I had an old case when I was 18 years old. That's as long as I've been in it. I ain't been in no damn trouble. So he looked through, he said, oh, why this is set so high? Let me take another look at it. He took a look at it, reduced that bond down. This the grace of God too, because hadn't I didn't open my mouth up, they would have just went on and let me go up to Lou Steard with a high-ass bond, and I'd have never been able to get out that month. But after he did, he looked it over, and he dropped my bond down to $1,000. It's like, I don't understand why they set it so high. Yeah, because it didn't make sense. I got caught with 2 ounces of marijuana. It's 4 ounces for the limit to turn it into a felony. I ain't even have enough for a felony. So,
wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I did it again, man. And it's important that we hear cases like this and get them out there so that we can learn and how to maneuver and get around some of what's happening to us, man. Because again,
the traps are set, and we fall into them because the traps are only put on our streets. You follow me? And so we fall into them, but you know, that's entrapment. Let's put it like that. It's entrapment in our community. You follow me? So
because it's set up that way. We need to get caught up.
It's set up that way.
Yeah. So we got to go through it to get to it. It makes, you know, it refines us. It makes us better people. It makes us more alert when we move around and do certain things. it makes us alert other people about those situations. So yeah, it's necessary. It's a necessary evil, you know. So
In some
that's
cases.
basically it.
Yeah. But again, man, family, we're here. Best live ever. Xerox Twins doing our thing. We got our special guest, Mr. Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Doing his thing, man. Thank you again for joining us, Diddy. And man, Diddy, we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? One of the things that we are all familiar with is relationship, right?
Yeah.
And the best and the worst come out of and is in a relationship. And with that being said, Diddy, you and I were speaking a little bit about different type of relationships from, you know what I'm saying, courtship with girlfriends and boyfriends to a man and woman to husband and wives and man, now we got relationships of same-sex marriages and what have you. We got relationships of what is that? The poly, poly and what's that?
I think polyamory. I think it's polyamory.
Polyamory.
Well, you got polygamy,
Polygamy.
person, and then you got polygamy, which is one man with multiple women. And then you have what is polyamorous, which everything falls upon the polyamorous. That's all the different types of other relationships that's not husband and wife, one male, one female type thing. So polyamorous is a big umbrella that covers everything.
Okay then.
That's multiple.
Right, multiple at one time. Yeah, you know, and again, Diddy, we were speaking about that, and I know that you've been married, is married, right?
I got married twice. I've been married twice. My first wife, God rest her soul, that was Cindy White. She passed away, almost 20 years ago. And then there was my second wife. Of course, that's my also dance partner. We still tight to the Corey Simpson. But yeah, I was married twice. Monogamous relationships, both of them. And then, you know, and it don't fit me. It didn't fit. It was cool to raise children, of course, to, you know, be a family in that aspect of it. But once your kids get to a certain age, and that part right there is the fatherhood is basically taking more of a back seat, it starts to get very difficult on the relationship. The relationship becomes a little more personal when it's y'all two having to deal with each other. And it didn't work for me. It was a lot of I could say there was a lot of influence from religion, social media, a lot of outside influences that affected our marriage. So,
man, that's deep.
And this the second.
Said in the second one. The first one was pretty okay. My first one, we didn't make it. It just didn't make it. We got married. She was 13 years older than me. So yeah, we got to a point where I wanted kids and she couldn't have none. So that just didn't work. We stayed friends though afterwards.
Wow. Yeah. Right. And how long was that marriage, Diddy?
That one lasted 3 years.
3 years. Oh my, man, ain't that something?
So you didn't have any before then?
Nah, I didn't have any children before.
Okay.
And I still want kids.
Yeah, I think that would be that's something that's very rare.
Rare.
Yeah, for the man to not have children in a relationship.
Right.
And then one children. Yeah.
And she couldn't have them. So we got to that point to where I knew I was getting older. I need a son. Somebody to carry my name. So yeah,
Tell me this.
But we still ended up cool, you know. She still was a good woman. She did end up remarrying to someone else. She passed away.
Okay. Tell me this. You being reared in a different area, do you think that women in different areas are different in relationships as well?
Definitely.
Wow.
Definitely. the women from my hometown, like Gary, are more family oriented than the women I've met in Dallas. Dallas women are more educated, more, they going off to college trying to be more independent versus the
Mhm.
women I met in Gary. Gary, they will go get an education only to get a husband. That's why they go to college. They coming back though to be a wife. Like they're proud to be mothers and grandmothers. That's a big thing for them. There are some though that do chase a career, but a lot of them they're glad to have 4 children. Average woman will have 3 to 4 kids. She's with the same dude she was with while she was in high school. They might not be together, but they still together type thing.
Mm,
Yeah.
wow,
So,
ain't that something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think the time warp have something to do with it as well? From our relationship yesteryear compared because of the
the
movements.
times are changing. Yeah,
Right.
times are changing. Times are changing so much that you got women who make more money than men nowadays.
Mhm.
You got they're more successful. This is the time of the woman. The woman is more successful than the average man. The man has to start a business, run a business to compete financially in his own household. So it's very difficult to make it happen for a man to do it by himself. So when a relationship happens where you got two incomes coming in, that means there's no more leadership role. That leadership role is now divided amongst the two, in my opinion. It's
Right.
Yeah.
divided.
Yeah.
There's some women that will, but once there's a lot of men that don't know how to lead. You know what I'm saying? Just in their defense, there's so many men that never been exposed to that. A lot of men from our generation got incarcerated.
Right.
They weren't there at the house to raise their sons, to be a father. So the baby mama era started during our generation. You know,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
not
I think.
common
Yeah.
with my mother or my grandmother. They weren't baby mamas. They were wives until they died. Somebody died because they weren't giving up that life insurance policy.
Oh
So
wow.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I think our age bracket we came in with the child support era.
yeah.
Well, child
That child
support
support,
basically.
yeah,
Yeah. Child support took over,
as
and
a father, the government
yeah.
becomes the father, and
Right.
yeah,
I think that's probably yeah. Um,
it changed a lot of stuff.
yeah. It changed a whole lot the dynamics of the family, you know,
Hmm.
and we started in with the stripping era. You follow me? Where the women
Yeah,
were a little bit more loose,
yeah.
um, and
I
they
mean,
was
it's,
more
it's always
free.
been it's always been strippers. It's always been what they call them houses. That life has always been there. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah,
Mhm.
but it was an industry. You know what I'm saying? That it was just an industry. It was a place
right.
where the man go, but he would still go home. He's still gonna take care of the house. Still gonna take care of his family. So
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
still had those brothels and whole houses. They still had that shit. Gambling houses. All that shit was still there. But
but
it's just
we yeah we,
go
we
ahead.
we came in we came in during the our music changed.
Yeah,
You follow me? Our music changed when we started hearing the bitches and hoes in the
yeah,
music.
and the
You
music,
follow
right?
me?
Yeah,
The conscious rap went out, and then you
yeah,
have with the you understand what's not
yeah.
ghetto. What was
It
that?
got it got real ratchet.
Gangster rap.
Gangster rap changed, and now the females want a gangster.
Right.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
gangster
and
now. They the
yeah,
gangster ones.
Yeah. You know what? I was listening to one female actually today. All she did was talk about the man. Whole ass nigga this and all that stuff. I'm just out
But that's
done.
that's our reality though.
Right.
We can't even. There's no way in hell on God's green earth that we would be uh, calling another man a whole ass nigga or a bitch
Right.
or anything like that. Now, if it's if you my nigga and we talking to each other and I'm being a bitch on something, yeah, you can say, man, quit being a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
right,
But
Right.
it don't come off the same way as somebody mad at you and checking you on something. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's a different thing. So she's kind of right. And this is their era. This is what they living with. They ain't messing with us. We 50 and older. This they era though. They is dealing with a lot of men. Well, we call them fuck boys. They dealing with that. You know, he
Right.
a buck 05. She bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? He soft. He barely working. Smoke weed all day. In some
Man.
flip flops and basketball shorts all day. That's what they dealing with. He want
Right.
to play PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? And still want to fucking got women all over the place. So yeah, that's what they dealing with. That's the
Right.
options they have. So and then now that same woman is now looking at the older man who's much more stable, much more. So it ends up being a situation where you got, you know, men dating. There's no reason for us to get married at this age. Just not to me. I don't see a reason. If my health is good, my life is good, I don't see no reason because it's just there's so much out there that I don't have to deal with. I don't have to take
Yeah,
care of somebody and new kids and all that. I don't have to take care of all that stuff.
Right.
Wow.
Diddy, you mentioned a great subject that we need to elaborate on because in the latter part of our life, we're running into women with a lot of health issues,
Yeah.
and it's almost like, man, I dare not approach any. You understand? You know, as to being a serious relationship, unless I know. You
Everything
understand?
is correct. Yeah. Everything.
Yeah, because
wrong with
we're
that.
dealing with that. And also, you know, they have their own children and everything right now. You know, you got to deal with, you know, the son's going back and forth to jail, and you know, you got to get up and go help him get bailed out and everything like that.
Because he's the fuckboy generation. They ain't really about
Right.
that.
So
They not no go getters.
yeah,
You know, we were go getters. Even if you was a drug dealer, you was a go getter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If them told you was a go getter, we were go getters. If you was doing something legal or illegal, you was going to go get the money. That's what you cared about because the money made you a king. Without the money, you couldn't be no king. You ain't got no kingdom. It's a whole nother thing. They rather scam you out the money or they rather go steal it or something. They ain't going to go become that a chief. They don't want to be a chief of their own tribe. You know, it's a different thing. So yes, these women who are, I'm gonna say under 40, yeah, that's what they dealing with.
Wow.
That's what they gotta live with. They gotta live with the man. It's a trifling dude. They all like that, but a vast majority of them are.
Right. Well, you know, I've seen and even been in relationships where the women or the mother would put their children before you or their sons, even when you try to chastise them and try and show them the manly way. They'll you know what I'm saying?
stand in between.
No, you don't have to do my son like that. And I'd be like, I don't have to do him like nothing. You know, I'm out of here.
I will not ever. I had a woman tell me, well, her son was like, you know, we was on our way going out, and her son had happened to call right then. Now he grown with his own family and everything, but we on our way out, and he says, man, I was trying to talk to my mom. I said, say, babe, y'all ain't really talking about nothing. We on our way out of here. You can call him back. I know, but this my son. So he gets on the phone talking about some, well, yeah, you know, man, if I need to talk to my mama, I need to talk to my mama. I said, I understand that, man, but when you ready to go out with your old lady, don't you go out with her? He was like, yeah, but if my mama called, I'm going to stop and talk to my mama. I said, well, this ain't that type of party. Now, you can stay on the phone with him or you can go with me. That's your choice. I ain't about to sit here and go back and forth with your son about nothing like that. That's y'all relationship. I don't have no say-so on that, but I do have a right to either sit here and take that shit or go on. So she decided to make another remark talking about some, I know my son will do this or something. I guess she was relating to him whooping my ass.
Oh, wow.
I checked her immediately. I'm not from that generation. And even if he thought he could win me in a boxing match, I'll put lead in his ass. So if you love your son, don't play with me. I'm not the one. We
Right.
gonna hold respect for each other, but we not gonna do that bullshit. Because I'm not from a generation of whole ass niggas. We don't deal with that shit. If you gonna do something, just gonna do it. But don't sit here and tell me what you gonna do, because now I'm on guard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you got women that feel as though they son is their husband more like he get the rights of her husband, and I ain't with that. So I will
Right.
leave a woman in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Shit.
That is a real. I mean, that is really
That's what we
prevalent in today's
today.
relationships, man.
You got to
Dealing
deal with it.
with
You
the
know,
children and what have.
I don't date a woman with no small children, and I don't date no woman where her kids can control her time like that. I don't mess with a woman with no cat or no dog. I don't fuck with that either, because that's like having another child. I don't do
Man,
I don't
it is.
do that
I
shit either.
don't like domesticated animals myself. I
ain't
don't.
with that either. And I don't
Wow.
want to hear nobody telling me that you can't answer my call because you're doing something for something. You got something else is taking precedent for me, and I won't deal with that either. No.
Yeah. And I think that we touched a little bit on the order of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As far as relationships and titles and what have you. What would be your order? What is a said order for you as far as in relationship?
And I know where you're going with this. All right. So yes, I don't date women also who say Jesus first. I'm not
Okay.
doing it. I ain't dating that woman either. Or I'm God first, Jesus first. I'm not dating that either. And I'm not dating that because that ain't the order.
Right.
It ain't the order. The order
Right.
goes God, man, woman, child. That's the order. That's the biblical order, and that's the order of life.
Mhm.
God, man, woman, child. I'm not. You can't skip past me and go to God. And that was one of the issues that I had in my last relationship, is that she
Right.
would do more stuff. Look, when you start giving away my money to the church, we trying to buy stuff, trying to move up in life. We can't get past a certain stage. You done gave $4,000-$5,000 to the church. We got a problem. I got a problem. This dude ain't did nothing, and he get my money.
Right.
He's the pastor of the church. You giving him, he ain't did nothing but said some sweet things to you. You gonna give him my money? Oh hell no.
Hmm.
No. And I don't want nothing that can come between me and my woman.
Right.
Nothing. It's gotta go. So if it's the church, it's gotta go. If it's your family, they gotta go. Nothing can come between the two of us. It has to be us two, and I have to know that that's what that is, and only that. So that's why I won't do monogamy. I'm not doing that shit. No.
Right. Because I think I mentioned to you a man bought his wife a brand new car.
Yeah.
And yeah, the first thing she said was, "Thank you, Jesus."
And I would have said, give me the keys. Give me the motherfucking keys. Now you go get Jesus to get you a car. Because that's what's about to happen. Jesus did not give me this car to give to you so you can say thank you, Jesus. No,
Right.
that's not how that's went. I'm the one who went and bust my ass. I'm the one who went and got the money. I went down there and got this car for you. So I'm the one you should thank. Thank you, baby. Thank you, lovely. Thank you, King. Thank you, whatever me, Dennis, Diddy. Thank you, Mr. Simpson. But don't thank Jesus for you. Thank him after me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. While you speaking of that, Diddy, do you think a man and a woman can cohabitate if they have two different religion or two different
no.
aspects?
Wow.
No.
Boy,
I
you
think
didn't
that
hesitate on that, man.
yeah.
Yeah, you didn't hesitate on that. Why you say that?
Nah,
Do
because
religion necessarily have to be a part of the conversation or a part of it or whatever? Do you think?
I think a man needs to have some type of spiritual leadership. So I
Okay.
think as a man, we should be one with God, one with the universe, one with Yah, one with thee. Okay, so I'm not an atheist. I do believe in Yeshua and Yah as our gods of all, God of the universe, of everything. But I also believe that I am also a God in the flesh. Just as the story of Jesus Christ is, I am also God in the flesh. And me, as God in the flesh, who has a connection to God of all, God of the universe, as that type of leadership, that's the way it is. Now, I won't date someone that doesn't have my same beliefs, because that's when
Wow,
you start having problems.
man.
Yeah.
So because um, we know that our people have been so engraved in religion
Right.
to the point where they even say now dating with a purpose,
Yeah.
right?
I
Meaning,
see that crap all the time. I will hit the X button or swipe left on that shit right away. Um, so,
so did it.
so
I
I'm
mean,
not doing it.
You got to speak about our grandfather.
right. So dating with a purpose automatically tells you what?
It tells me that she want to get married, but
Okay.
she ain't coming like she wants to be married. You
Right.
see, if you are royalty, you will walk like a king. You won't walk like a peasant and expect royalty. So if I see that you all out with your ass out and your titties out, you dancing to the scamming bitches where y'all at, you're not my wife material. You're not my wife material. So because I can't get with you. That's not for me. So
Right.
so you can't tell me you date. What's your purpose? For a man to come save you? Because I'm not. That's not for me. If I see
Mhm.
that you taking poses on Facebook and you got your ass turned to the camera, if I see that you fight dudes and you real ratchet, loud and obnoxious, if I see that you wear weave, I'm not messing with you. And I'm not
Yeah.
against those who do any of these things. I need people to understand and see this.
Right.
I am not against you for what you do. It's just not my forte. It doesn't. I don't partake in it. So I don't like a woman that wears weave and not natural hair, and or long eyelashes flipping all over the place. I don't like all that. I'm good with you being you. And if you don't think you beautiful enough as you, then you ain't the right woman for me. You know what I'm saying? So, no. And as soon as I even see some wigs and hair weave, the first thing I'm thinking about is she about to have hair all over my sink. It's gonna be hair all in my bed. It's gonna
And
be
your
hair all.
toothbrush.
Yeah, I can't have that, man. You know I'm around here all the time, so I take a shower as soon as I walk through the door. So no, I don't want no hair all over the place. And this ain't even your hair. This somebody else's hair that you got
Right.
in my face. No. Mm-mm. So no, I won't date them women, and nothing against
Oh,
those who do. And we in 100. This 108 today, man. It's hot. I'm sweating right here, standing next to the fan, talking to y'all outside. And when
Yeah.
I tell you, it's women wearing them hot ass wigs and got a hat on top of the hot ass wig. I know
Right.
she smell. I know that mug smell like a motherfucking wet mac, like a wet llama. I know.
Yeah. But
You know
Diddy, what do you think about women with close cut hair? What do you think about
Yes,
it?
beautiful. I think
Yeah.
a woman that she wearing I don't care if she got hair long as a tennis ball. You hear me? Her hair
Right.
can feel like a tennis ball rubbing on it. If she all woman, I love her.
You love,
Put a
yeah.
little part in it, put a fade to it, do what you got, brush some waves in it, baby, and we can go from there. But wearing that damn hot ass wig in Texas, nah, you out of your mind. You tripping.
wow. Did I know you say that you was a barber as well? And I'm quite sure that you talking to your clients and what have you. What are some of the relationships
This barber
yeah talk
barbershop talk.
that you have had with some of your clients that would make you be like, man, I could not be in that relationship.
I well, my clientele is probably about 60, 70% women.
Oh
So
wow.
and they pretty much a lot of them will be like, I couldn't date you. There's no way it'd be. It's a lot of stuff that go on in those conversations, but a lot of these relationships, most of them do see things in my point of view. It's just maybe my delivery just ain't the best, which
Okay.
I get it. It's not,
Right.
but I can't be perfect for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But there are some women who wish that they could be free from the hair weave, free from society's judgment, you know,
Wow.
and really be themselves. And we haven't touched this yet, but that's why I said poly is a good thing. Being in a poly relationship is a great thing. There's no more somebody lying to you about something. You got two people that's holding you accountable because you get to hold them accountable. You know what I'm saying? My particular style of poly is called a triad. It's a throuple, THROUPLE, a throuple. And in a triad, all three are equal partners with equal decisions on it. It's almost like the 80-20 rule, where all three of us make sure that we provide 80% of it. Now, what we've done, what's this, a question or something? Anthony Gold?
Yeah,
It's
probably
good.
so.
It's good.
Mhm.
What did it say? If she is a woman who has a great career but wears wigs or weaves, I don't see nothing wrong, but to each his own. Again, I don't care if you got a good career or not. Your money don't make my money, so it doesn't matter to me. And I appreciate that, but I don't see it. We say a
You
lot
know,
of men do try to chance to look at European. I don't care if she's trying to look like whoever. I will take a woman with dreadlocks, an afro, braids. I think black women are beautiful, just the way they are. I take her dark skinned. I take her light skinned. I will take her. Black women are gorgeous in their most natural form. She could look like
Wow.
Hazel May to me, and I'm still gonna love Hazel May because Hazel May had 8 kids out of that moo. Whenever y'all get to Hazel May, Mamie Lee, Beverly, Doris Jean, she had 8 to 10, 12 kids out of that moo, and she didn't put on nobody's wigs and all that other stuff to get her man. She smelled like clean soap and bleach
yeah,
and motherfucking pine Sol when she was cleaning that house. Okay,
Yeah,
and Paw stayed over there.
yeah.
That,
So
that
get it. I know, women dress for women, right? And I think one of the biggest norms of our relationship is women believe they know what men want.
mm-mm.
What are
I'm gonna
some
tell
what are
you where
some of
they.
the things, huh?
I'm gonna tell you where they getting that bullshit from. They getting it from a drag queen. Okay, a motherfucking drag queen who was doing hair told a woman, "Yeah, girl, let me put this lace front on you," because he wear a lace front. He wear high heel pumps that knees that come up to his knees and shit. Women wasn't
Wow.
wearing that shit. That shit came from males dressing to be like women. Long eyelashes. Those was men wearing that shit. Now you
Wow.
got women out here thinking that that's what men want. And I don't know too many men that be like, "Oh yeah, I just gotta have you in this wig, baby. Go put that." Hell no, he want to get you out that wig as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And what we talking about here? We talking about how she look for you or how she look for when she out in public. Because how she
Right.
look for you should be better than how she look for other people in public. My opinion. I think she should. I don't want to see her all in her worst form. I need to look at her and be glad I can look at her.
Right.
Get
Yeah.
that mess
What
with the drags.
did with the what's they call them, the BBLs and all that?
That's a drag queen mess shit too. Yes. Body augmentations was men augmenting their body so they can look more like a woman.
Wow.
Booties
Ain't
and the
that something?
titties, all that
And
came
believe
from
it or not, did it,
gender.
high heels was worn by men before they were women.
Yes, by women. It was one. I can't
Exactly.
even remember his name. He died of AIDS. But yeah, the dude with the red pumps. He had boots designed for him to do his drag queen show in. He the one who
Oh,
invented the high heel shoe. I can't even think his name. They
no,
made a
he
movie
didn't invent
about
Well,
it.
it.
no, this was
It was a
invented
king that
right.
invented it.
Yeah, because so this has been
So
going on
y'all
way
talking
in the
about the stack heel. I'm telling you
Sylvester,
the stiletto. Yes.
oh
So I think that's his
Sylvester,
name. I think that's
Sylvester.
him.
Sylvester,
He made the stiletto heel. That came from him.
probably.
That was
Yeah,
that was one of them drag queen stiletto heel. It looked like a damn you could stab somebody with the heel.
right.
Oh, okay. That,
He made
yeah,
a
it's
red
probably a
heel
different type of deal.
to come
Mhm.
up with. And he was
Right.
the
Yeah.
first one doing drag queen in them heels.
Well, ain't that something? Yeah, because I think more or less the pumps, the high heel was called high heel pumps. That was for more or less sexual reasons back in those times when the term boyfriend came about.
Yeah,
When
they
men were dealing with having boyfriends.
yeah,
But
boys.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so man, listen. Relationships again, one of the best and the worst things that we have to encounter, man.
And you know, the crazy thing about it is if you don't encounter the relationship, then something wrong with you.
Mhm.
If you do encounter a relationship, then you find something wrong with somebody else.
Yeah, well,
Y'all don't get my joke. No, in all reality, it's expected for us. We expect our children to be part of a relationship. You follow me?
Mhm.
And so it's just expectation is there. You understand, for the male and the female child, you know, adolescent, as they grow, and it's just there. And a lot of this expectation moves them into a position where they doing something that they really don't want to do at that time. You follow me?
well,
And so that may cure them, not cure. It may push them away from
perspective.
relationships in the latter part of their life when it's necessary for them to have it.
Well, I
You
can
know,
say this:
experience.
a lot of young people ain't getting married anymore. They're not getting
Right.
married. The young people are going against being married.
Mhm.
They don't see a benefit in it.
Yeah,
For
very much
us,
extent.
Well, you
for
got to think about, yeah, the church is basically fading out
Right.
man,
rapidly.
the
The church
church,
is fading out.
black,
So
black,
most people that get married, well, all people that get married, Christians, you follow me? They have to get married in the church. So they go,
yeah,
you know, but for the Christian, either the male or the female, be a
it's all.
Christian.
I ain't with the church. I don't support the black church. No, the black church. You got a gay man standing at a podium telling you how to live right when he got his own demonic things going on in his own life. So
Right.
no, I'm not with that either. I
Right.
don't
Yeah. So
support a lot of churches
you were
around
speaking about,
for that one reason, especially the big name churches. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I don't do that. I believe in one God only. His name is Yah. The sound of your breath, and that's it.
Yeah,
And the life
yeah.
of Yeshua.
Yeah.
That's it.
So did it? I hear you have a lot of you know
When it comes
preferences, right?
when it
How?
comes down to the order, the way things should be, as far as
Mhm.
for God first in your life, yes, every male should have a spiritual leadership or a spiritual grounding somewhere in it. If he has no spiritual grounding, he's very dangerous to society. Period. He's very
Mhm.
dangerous. So he has to have something that keeps him grounded on right and wrong and the way he should treat other people. When you are in a poly relationship, you are responsible for the other two people. And in the poly relationship that I'm in, all three of us are responsible for each other. We make sure everybody is good on everything. I don't
Wow.
deal with the headaches that I dealt with during marriage, regular marriage. No.
Yeah.
Right. So is it because like I was saying, you have a lot of
I still there.
boundaries and expectations. Yeah. Can you hear us?
I think y'all muted that.
Can you hear us now? You can hear us?
I can now. Yeah.
Okay then. I hear that you have a lot of preferences. How? I mean, is it hard for you to find, or where do you find those who are alike that you date?
Be for real with who you are.
Mhm.
You will
I mean,
find people. You'll find the people that you like that's perfect for you if you live in your own truth. That me living in my own truth, those women drew themselves to me.
mm,
And it's a lot more women out there that draw themselves to men like me. I don't go. I don't. to go hunting to nobody or go try to talk nobody into something. I don't have to. I don't have to do none of those things.
Right.
There are women that are tired of lying as men. And a man that be straight up for him is refreshing to her. She's sick of a lying man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There are women out there that have been wanting to take that wig off. She and want somebody to love them just the way they are. And
Right.
couldn't wait to take it off. And now that they got somebody that can love them, she can take it off and go and be happy with who she is.
Wow. So you were saying that y'all in your triangle, y'all are equally, right?
Yeah.
What are some of the things that makes you balance? What some of the things that you do for each other and what have you? How did that work?
Well, if ever I go buy a gift, I buy the gift for both of them. I buy them both, but I don't buy it the same. Everybody is different in their own individuality. So what one might like, the other one might not like. They don't have the same favorite color. So I buy it accordingly to who they are. And they do the same thing. There are certain things that I love and enjoy that if they go to the grocery store, they making sure whatever snack I like, whatever type of meats I eat or whatever, they pick that stuff out, make sure that it's in the house. If whatever I drink tequila, they make sure that I got some tequila here. So it's a thing, and they do it for each other as well. It's a sisterhood amongst them two. They take care of whatever they each other need. You know what I'm saying? It's not a hierarchy in this type of relationship.
So you know that sisterhood biblically is Sarah, a sorority sister.
Sorority sister.
Yeah, that's what. Remember, Sarah couldn't have children. She was too old to have children, to have a child, and so she got a surrogate mother to have a child for her husband.
It was her slave. It was the woman that was made to be her friend for her entire life.
But yes,
They
and so
grew up
this
together.
is it has that name Sarah or Sarah sister have lasted all the way, up until nowadays, and that's where the actual name for Sarah sister come from, because when the lady had the slave had a child for her husband, then they became Sarah sisters.
Right.
Sarah sisters.
Yeah.
However it's pronounced for.
Yeah. So most people would think that with polytheism, they more or less think of the sexual act. How are you guys beyond or socially beyond the sexual connotation of that relationship?
The sexual, well, I guess you can say, as far as the sexual part comes, I think as a man, I think I became stronger. It's almost like my body adapted to the situation.
Wow.
So, as far as sexually, everybody's pleased sexually. When it comes to, I guess, I'm trying to think how your question is being worded.
Well, I was actually speaking about, like, do you guys go to the movies together?
Yes, we do all that fun stuff together, parties. Yes, we do all that stuff together. And when we go, if black is the color, we fly. They dress in whatever they want to dress in to their style or what they love. And of course, I'm always put on a suit. So yes, we stay fly.
Wow. So what about children? Or do any of them have children? Or
all children are grown.
Wow.
All our children are grown. So my kid, I got the youngest kids, my 14 and my 11-year-old, Cadence and Prince. And they love them. They don't have no issues. They come over when they come over for our time together. They love them. They basically have two more people that's not trying to be their mom, that's still doing things for them. Wow. And my kids respect them because of how I've taught them and how I've raised them to respect all adults.
You're right.
They
Yeah.
don't. It's a thing. If they do have an opinion about it, they never mention it to me. And
So what about? Yeah.
my son, who's 14, um, my information to him is to don't claim none of these girls as your girlfriend. Just stay friends with them. Trust me, just stay friends with them. Don't put yourself in a box to where if one don't like you, she dump you, and now you lost. Nah, you don't do that. Just go and be cool with all of them. And
Mm.
y'all ain't doing nothing. You go to the movies, go skating or something, meet up, be friends with them. It'll all pay off later. That's my information. And my daughter,
Wow.
explain to her, listen, if you want to be with a guy, most of the time, guys are not going to treat you as the only and sole woman that he be a part of. So that's a choice that you have to make when you become grown. So, I'm not going to tell her that, oh, man, your man should marry you and he should be faithful to you and only you. I'm not going to tell her that. I'm going to tell her, find you the one who got the education and the money to be able to compete and to carry you while you got your education and your money and y'all build something together. That's what I'm going to tell her. Outside of that,
That's deep.
yeah, that's it.
That's deep. Yeah. What about with that being said? I guess with your ex-wife, how did that? I mean, was it like a shock to her, or just something that she kind of knew about who you were, or whatever?
Our situation was, it was for my our situation. We had a great marriage. Okay,
Mhm.
great marriage. Corey is a great woman. Okay, very. Uh, I mean, she's has her own hangups with her own upbringing, the way she was raised, and the way I was raised was a little different. So there's certain things that we just didn't agree upon. So our divorce was a more of a mutual thing that we understood. But once she gave me the green light that I can be gone, I didn't look back.
Mm.
Because I didn't look back. You let me free, cool. So our relationship, as far as for like the way I live right now, she's, I mean, she tolerated. She had her opinion about it at first, but I mean, for the most part, you can't deny the type of man I am. You can't deny the type of father I am to my kids. So I'm happy, and I
Yeah,
think that's all that matters to her. If he
right.
happy, he good. So
So
I,
because I know, yesteryear, did it. I know that usually a father had two different families. I've heard of someone saying it was more than two. They probably have four,
yeah,
five different families. And
yeah,
it was one of those things where that mother or what have you would just wouldn't bring it up. I guess
yeah,
they just kind of figured and
yeah.
understood that they were
It was a
still
thing.
men,
Yeah,
regardless of having
they,
multiple women.
they didn't talk about it. My granddaddy had two households. My daddy had two households,
Mm.
and they just didn't talk about it. They didn't. It was no thing. It was like it was there, but you don't talk about it. The women still spoke to each other, even though they might under their breath they might have called them out their name or whatever. But it was never no thing where it was like, oh, well, he ain't gonna take care of these kids because he was still there. He was still there. He was still taking care of the kids, and those women had to be mature. They had to, make sure that the kids knew who each other was, so they don't end up sleeping with each other. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And then you had
Right.
some that just couldn't. Some men were still full of shit though, even men too, because you had those that would lie on both sides. And he got a whole house on the other side of the tracks, and this one got a house on this side of the tracks, and he just bounced between houses. So it was still some ratchetness going on then too, but just
Mhm.
in my upbringing, my dad and my granddad, that's just they had two households. So me being in one, it just didn't feel comfortable for me. I did the best I could with it, as long as I could. But I'm gonna tell you something. One thing about being in a monogamous relationship, when that woman get pissed off at you, ain't nothing you can do about it. You see, back then they would slap a woman or whatever, or jump on her, or whatever. She didn't have as many rights as she did now. And women might dislike me for this statement, and I understand about domestic violence. I don't approve of none of that stuff, okay? I've never hit a woman. I don't believe in hitting a woman. But that's what they had in those times. You look at today, women, hell, Clarissa Shields will knock the shit out of a nigga right now. Women weighing 200 pounds, men weighing 160, 170 pounds, 180 pounds. You know what I'm saying? These women are bigger women now. So they don't have to take the certain shit that their granddaddies and granddaddies was doing to their grandmothers. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to take a certain shit. Plus they make their own money. They're in position now. So they can hold their own now. You know what I mean? With understanding that the times is just a little bit different, shit just ain't what it used to be. It ain't gonna be there. That time warp that you talk about, it ain't gonna never go back to that. It'll probably go more closer into poly, where there'll be multiple women with one man.
Right.
They go more into that, especially with you dealing with homosexuality nowadays, and men marrying other men, and they spending 20 years with each other. They never coming back away from being in a relationship with that other man that they was with. So
Wow.
it's already a limited amount of men that's out there. So the amount of straight men who not fuck boys, she don't have to take care of, you are winning. You are winning. If you got your own crib, you got your car to get around in, you make your own little money, you are winning. If you with one woman, there's 3 other women that's looking at you. Every time you come somewhere, you go somewhere, there's 3 other women looking at you. So you are winning at that same moment. I don't see it to even think about it, to go with anything other than this lifestyle. I wouldn't do it.
Wow.
Now, if she want to deny you sex, you done. That's it. She wants you to stay faithful to her through the whole time that she throwing her tantrum. And that tantrum, she don't want to give you sex. We done all been through it before. She roll over, you better not touch it. You know what I'm saying? But in poly, you don't deal with that. Ain't none of that going on. Everything is open and up front at the table. You gotta express yourself. You gotta talk about how you feel. Whether you talk about to me or your other partner, you still gotta talk about it. And we still have to come to an agreement on it or what's going on with it. It can't be all caught up in a bunch of emotions, yelling and screaming and cussing at each other. That stuff don't happen.
Wow.
You talk about things and be straightforward about it.
Right. It's 2 questions I want to ask you. Most of the time when women hear about poly, they always say, you know, the only fair way to do it is 2 men and 1 woman. Do y'all have y'all had that conversation at any time or before?
I've talked about it to other women who think that that's what they want. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't speak for a woman who might have a high sex drive, but there are women out there that are 40 and older who are not. They don't have a high sex drive. Period. They're going through menopause or premenopause, and those who have made it all the way through, they still don't enjoy. They might want their body want to have sex, but mentally they can't get to that point to have sex with. They're not excited, or they want you to do all kinds of jumping through hoops and all that other stuff. It's just not there. Okay, those same women should go get their hormones checked. They should. Right. If you choose not to do that, then you are missing out on the highest quality of life that you can have. But let's just say that there is a woman out there that has this high sex drive, and she thinks that she can handle 2 men. One of those men have to be gay, because it's an automatic thing for us to be dominant. If you are a dominant man, you're not going to allow nobody who can grab your truck and play with it when you was a kid. Only the dude who you allowed to. Everybody can't touch. And if you did, that's the old truck. You can't fuck with this new truck. It's just the way it is. Right. When you're a kid to you're a grown man, everybody can't play with your toy. So it's a choice with the women who I'm with. If they choose to be with another man, then we can no longer be together. Because you're no longer with me. At that point that man penis has entered your body, you become his place of refresh and refuge. You become his place. So with all his problems, that's in his sperm, he gonna dump that in you. And for you to take that from another man, I can't be with you again.
Yeah. My other question is, you done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. My other question is, do the 2 women that you with, do they physically look are they on the same physical pattern? And
as far as for beauty,
No, are they on the same physical?
Do they
pattern?
look alike?
Yeah.
No. Are they similar in traits, like natural hair? Yeah.
On the trait.
Physically, like work out? Yeah. They work out. Small stomachs. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I want to ask, in that did were they both acquainted before you, or was you acquainted with one and then y'all both got
I was
acquainted with something?
my story is just like Neo's. I was dating both of them at the same time. And then I went to both of them and said, what do y'all think about us being in a relationship together? Now, both of these women, I told them from the very beginning that I could not be monogamous. I don't want to be monogamous with nobody. I don't want that life because I don't want nobody to have the power to be able to control what goes on with me. So I don't want to be in a monogamous relationship. It feels like a trap to me. And I've been that way with them. And I dated them both together separately for a year. I dated them both separately. And I was very honest from the very beginning with them. And then finally, I just was like, why don't we all try and make a relationship together, the three of us? And let's try and make it a triad and see how it works. One was a little reluctant because she didn't understand what the other one would do or what if she was okay with it or whatever. But once they met each other, we talked at the table and it was open. She realized, oh, well, he ain't on no bullshit. He telling the truth. And the other one was the same way. Then they realized they had a lot of stuff in common because, uh, I mean, they may not look alike as you say, but do they have the same, like, there's some traits that are similar with each other? That's where the sisterhood came in play. They can see that they like the same stuff. They like, their hair is very similar. They style of dress is similar, but it's still one has her own eclectic type style, and the other one is very conservative. So they have their own thing, and then they complemented each other because the one that's conservative don't always like. She's very shy, so she
Right.
don't always be out there like that. The other one is more of an extrovert, but she's eclectic about it. So it helps the other one brighten her side up. They brighten each other up. While the one that's eclectic, it might be out there, she will be calm in an environment where the one that's conservative is conservative, and she will be conservative also because she don't want to stand out too much, and she has a knack for doing that at times. So they complement each other. When you are,
Wow.
and then for me, it gives me the variety of two different women,
Hmm.
and it's not a stuck on eating. I love chocolate, but I don't want to eat chocolate every day, all day.
Right.
Too much chocolate is bad for you, and I
Right.
think in a relationship, too much of one person can be bad for you too. After a while, you get tired of it. You get a toothache, you get a
Wow.
headache. You know what I'm saying? And the most stable structure there is in engineering is a triangle. All bridges are built off triangles.
Right.
Yeah.
All everything that there's a triangle in religion. You know, to bring light, you have the mother, the father, and there's the child. That's your light. You know what I'm saying? Those who believe in this Christianity, they got Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? So there's a triangle to the most strongest structures in the world. It's the power of three. So, I mean, looking at that, I mean, I think the knowledge was right there in front of us. I think our ancestors before this time, this century, these centuries that we live in, I think they understood that. You know, it was a lot more peace. It wasn't so much. If we wasn't trying to live this European lifestyle, uh, I don't think that we would be living like that. I think
Right.
it would be more fathers in the home, and
Exactly.
and we talking about legacies. We talking about multiple women having multiple children. You know, a
Mhm.
legacy is actually being done today. The average man is having maybe 3 kids. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Mhm.
And then you know, when back then they really was having 10, 8,
14. Yeah.
15.
That's
Yeah, they
something.
really was having legacies like that.
Right.
You do you ever find competition uh seeping into the relationship, into the triad at any
amongst
time?
amongst the women
I
compete.
mean, with you being, being competitive with one of them in certain
Mm,
situations, the more athletic one may try to, you understand, play tennis
that's
ball a little bit.
that's foreplay. That's just
Yeah.
that's just foreplay. That's all that is. That do they
Uh-huh.
up against me at times? Yeah, they do. But that's still, like I said, that's foreplay.
It's
That ain't
competitive. It's
we
competitive.
ain't-
Period.
no.
Right.
Yeah, you keep it exciting with little stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Right.
yeah,
Well, I'm
so
gonna ask you. What about bravado? Being seen with two women, is that do it give you a certain bravado, or is that something like you shining? Look what I did. What I accomplished, or do that, or what is it?
honestly, when we go out, I don't pay attention to nobody but the two women in front of me.
Wow.
We have our own conversation, the three of us. They're laughing, giggling, talking about stuff. I'm flirting with both of them. I mean, we do our own thing. We just in a room with other people. And then of course it's almost like a light where people are drawn to us, and they want to be a part of it. They ask questions, or they want to, they just include themselves in the conversation. They see how we get along. And yeah, and it's, I mean, you have, especially women. Women will come by and compliment them on what they have on or something like that. And, if there's a gentleman in the room, he might pull me aside and ask me, how did I do it? Which a lot of guys always do that. It's not like honestly, it's not like a pimp thing or something where you're going around talking women into doing something. No, it's
Right.
just being a good human being, a direct, honest human being,
Well,
and
good to hear. Yeah.
being straightforward when you talk to them, and you'd be surprised what they will be responsive to. I mean, that's it. I ain't did nothing special. I don't have no magic. I don't know no hypnosis or nothing like that.
Right.
It's nothing. Ain't no. I ain't got a mouthful of game either. I
Right.
just,
Right.
this is me. This is who I am. And you're gonna get the honest version of me at every time, and it helps
Thank
me stay accountable for being who I am.
Exactly.
I,
Well, there you have it, family. You know what I'm saying? The
Man,
best lives ever, man. What we love, we laugh, and we learn, right?
learning
We
too.
learn, man. We
Right.
learn together. Again, we got Mr. Diddy in our midst, man. Of course, man, we are so honored, man, for you to share your experiences, in relationships, from marriages, your children, and what have you, man. Again, this is a learning platform for us to know more about each other, so that we can get that camaraderie and that support for one another like it used to be. And
yeah,
but again, did it. Thank you so much, man. On a whim,
appreciate it.
you blessed us with your presence, man. Is there anything that you want to convey about this relationship? Advice, because you and I were speaking about how it seemed as though that they are, when you see that type of relationship, it's all smiles. I
Hmm.
know and understand that, it's some undergird that it got to be. I mean, everything
Getting to know somebody.
you know what I'm saying,
People,
right?
okay. A lot of people think there's a lot of confusion that goes on in it, and it really isn't.
Hmm.
Uh, there's not very much arguing or fighting, or there's not none of that. Of course, you're gonna have times where you don't agree on
Right.
something, but it's not a point to where it can't be resolved, or because you're not doing something with the intent to hurt someone. So there's no
Hmm.
malicious behavior that goes on with it. It is truly a peaceful environment where you get happiness all day. I mean, we do everything together. We shower together. We sleep together. We do everything together. There's no, uh, I guess, resentment or jealousy, or you don't deal with
Right.
those things. Um, I'm sure that there are some people that have, but like I said, in under poly, there's a lot of different dynamics to it. So you got
Hmm.
some where the husband and wife bring a person in, That ends up, to me, I think it causes a problem because that ends up being like a hierarchy. The wife always feels as though she has a superiority over the girlfriend, as you could say. So
That was my next question.
yeah, man. Yeah, it's always in those situations. It does come a little. There's some disagreements in situations like that.
Right.
Yeah,
For the most
yeah.
part, though, when it's a table and it's total honesty and upfront with the women, and they respect that. That's where
Right.
it is. It's a lot of respect that goes on.
Yeah. Well, man, did it? Man,
I want
gonna
to
say
I want
this.
to ask him because you did bring up that idea. I just want to ask with the home, did you all just choose to get a neutral home or because of that type of aspect?
Right now, I have a home.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They didn't have one, but I am going to get a bigger home, one with all three of our names to a LLC, and under that
Right.
LLC become equal partnerships under everything. And then there's life insurance policies that'll be on all three of us, and those life insurance policies are meant to keep if those who are still here after one pass still good. So the funds will go in there, the burial will be taken care of, and it's in a trust. So it's not like one person will get rich off somebody dying or something like that. No, it'll all
Right.
go back to the family LLC trust. And those things that's the back end of being in a poly relationship. I will give somebody a life insurance policy before I give them a marriage license. I feel like the marriage license is just that's a trap. I feel like the life insurance policy makes sure you and the kids are good after I'm gone. So those are some things that, and I think that's how you build up wealth also. As far as the same way with a business, if any business that I start, I talk about them, talking to them about it, and there's ways that they can contribute to that same business, where it generates revenue for the house versus it just being for one person. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's there.
man.
That's awesome.
Sound like you got it together, man. Trust is very important. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, for you guys to trust one another and that type of dynamic, man, is epic itself. Again, bruh, we're here, best live ever. What we love, we laugh,
And we learn.
and we learn how to live our best life.
together.
Man, we got DS sounds in the background, making sure that we do what we do and continue doing what we do. Big up to him. Make sure that you like sharing, follow DS sounds, social media as well. Did it, man? Any last words, man, before we get out of here, man?
Say, man, I see y'all on the floor.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the way you
Again,
do it.
family, we always in social media with what, bro?
We always in our social media with be humble, become more knowledgeable. That way you won't be vulnerable.
And I always say, we all we got, and we all we need. And family, if you ain't hear anything else, y'all listening to a man in a relationship of understanding. I always say, Diddy, understanding is the best thing in the world. And so again, they have that. Hey man, again, love and become lovable. All right, family.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.